Hey everybody, Marcus here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, I got the Mini 5 Pro with me again today. I am at Kleiner Park. It's much less windy than it was yesterday when I was out at the Snake River Canyon. I just want to fly this drone, so we're going to try some things today. That we're right in the middle of fall and the leaves are really changing color, not just here in the park, but in the neighborhoods around. So we're going to look around, and then I'm also going to try something. My friend Ron Brown tells me that the Mini 5 Pro will, when you do a MasterShot, will save all the shots into separate files. So we're going to try a MasterShot, and then when we're all done, we'll look at the files that are saved on the drone, and we'll see if it saved them as separate files. Now, honestly, that's not a big thing to me. It's so easy to split them up in your video editor. Not that big a deal, but evidently they felt the need to do that, so we'll absolutely check it out. But as much as anything, I would just want to show you some of the fall colors here in the park. Let's quit messing around. Let's get this bird in the air. Okay, I've got the drone fired up and I've got a screen recorder started. I want to point out something. If you look at this battery, it is at 93%. I charged this battery at about 4 or 5 days ago. So that's how much it's depleted during that time. As we know, DJI sets their batteries to go to a storage charge over a period of time, but I just want to point out that it's not a fully charged battery. Like, again, I charged it about 5 days ago or so. And then the other thing that I want to point out is we are shooting in 4K 60 frames per second. Let's take a look at the safety menu. I don't anticipate any issues there, but we're in bypass mode. Radar map is on. Optimal return to home. And while we're talking about that, we will try for a precision landing on this flight. 35 meters return to home altitude is perfect for where we're at. Not asking for any calibrations, and I've shut down all those auto power on and auto power off. I'd rather just do that myself, but that's personal preference. And again, the battery, 4.10 volts on each cell, so that looks good. All right, so again, we're shooting in 4K 60. Let's go ahead and start recording. And yep, let's go ahead and take off. So I'm going to do an automated takeoff on the app, holding that button down.
Takeoff.
And there's the little drone.
Updated.
And it's telling me there's a geo zone nearby. I know that. Let's go up 7 meters like DJI asked you to do. I'll be honest with you, I haven't looked at the manual for this drone, so I don't know if they still ask you to do that, but they have on previous drones. I will check that out to see if that's still the case. Okay, let's spin the drone around, and let's bring it around in front of me here, and we'll do our droney, bringing it around, and we're gonna get kind of the sun right behind the drone here, and now let's move it over a little bit more. And we're going to do our droney right now. So reverse and up now, reverse and up, and off it goes into the wild blue yonder. We're going to drop that camera down so we can take a look at everything here. We're kind of in the middle of the pond, and as you can see, there's a lot of trees that are beginning to change color. So that's going to look pretty good. Let's continue to do a little partial orbit around, and kind of give you a look at some of the trees in the park here. Yeah, I'm thinking that looks yeah, and you can look off. It's kind of interesting. The trees that are planted, and they got, of course, quite a variety here in the park. But the trees that are planted in people's yards are often the prettiest when it comes to the changing colors. And yeah, so I'm going to drop the camera down. This is one of my favorite little groves right down here. In fact, I used to launch from that area. Let's Let's see if we can get down there a little bit. This guy's got pretty good obstacle avoidance, and I don't see anybody there. I just want to make sure I don't bother anybody, right? So let's drop the drone down, and we can kind of we're going to try out the obstacle avoidance here a little bit, which this drone has, obviously has the, not just the visual optical obstacle avoidance, but also has the LiDAR, which is new for DJI Mini drones. And of course, we're going to look out for small branches here, but I think this guy will make it through. What do you think? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, let's see if we can bring it up here. Get back up, and the drone was really squawking at me there, and you can see where I'm at. I'm just going to do a kind of a quick, we got a lot of battery power with this drone, so let's do kind of a quick tour a little bit around the park here, and then we'll look for a place to do our the MasterShot that we were talking about. I kind of have some ideas, but let's just look around here a little bit so you can see some of the trees and the fall colors. Again, it always just cracks me up. You know, I could go someplace like the Boise River or something, and the natural trees are never as dramatic as what you see that people plant in the park and in their homes. This is one of my favorite spots right here, although it's just interesting, this little grove of trees here that they planted around the sculpture, the Journey sculpture. The leaves are almost gone. I don't know if you can hear it on my microphone. There is a ton of geese in the pond here in front of me, and they are really squawking. Hopefully you can hear that on my mic. I don't know. This mic is pretty good about drowning out or not recording a lot of background noise. But I'm going to have to be careful over the ponds here today because there are a lot of waterfowl here. A lot of them stay here. I know they stay here permanently year-round, and then others, I'm sure they're just on their way south. Okay, let's bring this guy back towards us, and let's go. Let's see here. We're in normal mode. We're doing about 12 meters per second. I thought it was up to 14 meters per second there for a little bit. Here's another one of the Journey sculptures right here. And the small pond, and you're not going to see, I don't see as many waterfowl down there. They're all in the bigger pond. I'm going to kind of get you a look at. I'm a little nervous about flying over the big pond here because there are so many geese here. You can see where I'm sitting over there on a picnic table, and you can see I'm kind of moving off the edge because there's a lot of ducks and geese down here. Okay, let's, a bunch of them just took off. Okay, so I promised you we'd do some MasterShots. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, I saw somebody practicing drums in the band shell here. And I think we're going to use the band shell as our point of interest for a MasterShot. So let's move around the front of this guy and forward here, drop down a little bit. Let's see what we can see. See if there's anybody in the band shell. There was somebody there earlier. I know they were practicing drums. Let's see how low we can get here. See, I don't know. I can't tell. It's pretty shaded in there, so I can't tell. I don't see anybody that I can tell. Maybe looking at the SD card. I'm just looking at the controller now. So, okay, let's grab a little altitude. And yeah, this is probably plenty. I'm going to stop recording now. And we're going to click on that little film strip, and we are going to go to MasterShots. And yeah, it's going to give me instructions, and I don't need instructions, so let's see if we can get rid of that. maybe. I'm tapping on the little arrows in the corner and it's not going away. Well, okay, there we got it. Now it's giving me more instructions, so let me see if I can get that going. DJI always gives you instructions when you start something like this. Let's go large. Yeah, shooting parameters, I know that as well. So we're gonna go, okay. Let's click on large. There we go, we got large. And let's go ahead and click start. And its duration, it's giving us a duration of 1 minute and 30 seconds. So let's click start. 3, 2, and 1. Let's see what it does here. So it's calculating the distance from the subject, it says. Yeah, it's taking it a while. Okay, so it's starting with a droney, so it looks like it's going to do 8 different shots. So it's starting with a droney here. That looks good. And then it's going to move to circle far. And that's the second shot. So when this is all done, we should see 8 different shots here. It's adjust. Okay, pitch up and fly forward is the next one. So 3 of 8. So we'll look when we're done to see if we see 8 different files. That was a pretty cool effect, honestly. Circle close. And of course we've got the other journey sculpture right there. And I don't know if it's doing that with, yeah, it must be doing that with zoom. Yeah, it is. Yeah, the drone wasn't moving closer. It was doing it with zoom. Now it's doing a rocket. So we're getting straight above, 5 of 8. 58% through. And camera down and circle. That's a neat effect. I usually do that same move manually, but going up instead of down. I didn't think about going down. So it's giving us another droney here, it says. So it's not moving away nearly as fast on this one, though. That's interesting. And subject-centric revolution is the last one. So, yeah, it looks like it's just doing a circle. And then we're done. MasterShots complete. Aircraft returning to original location. And then we should get that green button again. And real quickly here, let's click on the little, you see right below the green button, that little box with an arrow. That should take us to the files. And it's loading. And you know what? I do not see separate files. Hey, okay, I'm cutting into the video here. What I found out once I got home and uploaded the video off the SD card to my computer, it did indeed put it into separate files. So let me show you a screenshot of that right now. Each MasterShot is in a separate file. So it's weird. It's odd that it showed it as one file within the drone. But again, when I got home and uploaded the files, they were indeed all separate files. Okay, so let's get this guy. Let's just go for a little flight here and take advantage of the obstacle avoidance on this drone. The cool thing about this drone, and really most of the newer DJI drones, is the obstacle avoidance. In fact, I am going to just go straight towards this tree and let's see what the drone does. Yeah, will it go around it? It should go around it. Yeah, we're on bypass. Ah, that's really something, isn't it? Okay, that kind of made me nervous there. Okay, so I'm going to go back and look and make sure we're still in bypass, in safety. And we are, and we're in normal mode. And we were getting the, so I got to tell you that let's try that again. And yeah, there it shot around it. Yep. Okay. Maybe I just was too tentative. And there, this one. Yeah, it's shooting around him. Now there's some little branches on this guy, so I don't trust that. When you have those small branches can get you, so you want to be careful around those. But anything bigger, when there's a lot of leaves on a tree or something, I've got a lot of confidence in it, although you saw me chicken out there a few minutes ago. And I think I was just too tentative the way I was approaching it. So, yeah, anyway, let's look around here some more. Again, it's just such a really beautiful time to be flying the drone in the park. Okay, what I realized is that whole time I was not recording, so we're going to switch back to video and start recording again. Okay, that's going to be better. So you're going to see recorded onto the SD card instead of a screen recording from the drone. That's a problem when you change modes. You got to remember to hit that record button, which I certainly didn't do there. Yeah. Okay. Let's just have a look around. There's a row of trees here that I always like to look at in the fall, and that's this row of trees right by this sidewalk right here. You got both green and red. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty cool. That's a cool shot, isn't it? Let's get down a little lower, and let's move forward down this row of trees here. Yeah. Nothing like the fall. And then you got off on the right hand side there, you got by Carmax, you got a lot of yellow. Just a great time. This is one of my favorite times of year to fly. Okay, so now, you know, we're coming up on these trees here. They're a little taller. How's the drone going to handle it? I think it's going to be just fine. Let's see. So we're right over that. Let's hit the down button on the camera and let's see how close we actually are to that tree. So that's looking straight down. So we're further above that tree than what you might think. By the way, we've got really good signal with the drone too. So I want to switch back into the map wasn't doing us any good. I don't have it connected to the internet, so the map didn't fill in there. So let's raise up a little bit here, and we can kind of look around some of the neighborhoods and see some of the colors out here in the neighborhood. Pretty cool. Yep, looking good. Alrighty, we are at 55% battery. I think we have accomplished all I wanted to do on this flight. I'm a little disappointed. I was kind of promising you something different with MasterShots there, and we didn't really get it. So, yeah, what are you going to do? All right, let's, in fact, I'll tell you what, we're going to do a return to home, but let's challenge the drone a little bit. Let's go out here over the field. We're going over 15 meters per second there. We're right at 15 meters per second in normal mode. And in fact, that is something that I haven't messed with much here. I tried it out at the canyon yesterday, but it really wasn't a fair test because of all the wind. Let's try the top speed here. I'm going to throw this baby into sport mode. And it tells me that OA is off in sport mode. Kind of picking that camera up a little bit. Let's go full stick forward, and let's see how fast this guy will get up to. And it's picking up speed pretty quick. There's 16 meters per second, so not that much faster. You know, I think that they may have slowed this guy down because of that big old gimbal on the front. One of the things that I learned in the wind is that big gimbal on the front of this drone definitely affects performance. I would say that your Mini 4 is probably better in the wind than this Mini 5 because you're going to get some gimbal kick with this drone. So let's kick it up here again. We're in sport mode going the opposite direction, and again 16 meters per second. And I am certain that the Mini 4, we hit 17 there, a little bit faster. The Mini 4 would have been faster than that. Okay, back into normal mode, and I'm going to hit return to home on the controller. And it took that command and it's coming back. I'm going to turn on my action camera so that we get a good shot of the drone as it lands. That's going. Got the action camera going. We want to see if we get that precision landing. It's coming back at about 10 meters per second, which is normal. Right over the top of the senior center, and we've got that green line showing us the way home. Optimal return to home. So it wasn't even close yesterday when I was out at the Snake River Canyon. The return to home was way off, but I gave it a pass because of the tremendous wind that was going out there. The drone was trying to adjust itself and it just couldn't do it. And it finally said, yeah, you know what, I'm landing. But you know what, it is, unless it adjusts itself, it is way off here too. Now maybe, look at that, it's adjusting itself. Let's see what it does. Yeah, we may get it. Makes me a little nervous next to the, there it goes, look at that. Look at that, it's gonna go, it adjusted itself, and you can see it, it's dropping right on the pad there. So I'm glad we got that on the action camera. Yeah, it's a little to the side of the H, but that's pretty good. Okay, let me get this guy shut down and we'll do a quick conclusion. Hey, okay, the DJI Mini 5 Pro, I looked at the video that I had yesterday off of this drone and it was really good. So I have no doubt that the video that you just saw is gonna look pretty good. While this big old gimbal and that 1-inch sensor really gives you some really nice video, it also affects the performance of the drone. And I noticed that yesterday out at the canyon. I got some gimbal kick with it when I was in the wind. At one point I had the gimbal pointed down, and it gave me a warning. It said, hey, we're going to reduce the speed of the drone because of the angle you have the gimbal at. And then just now when we were doing some speed tests on it, it's not as fast as the Mini 4 Pro in sport mode. And I think that's a purposeful thing that DJI did, because this is a great big heavy camera. Huge gimbal on the front of this thing compared to other mini drones. So they had to kind of slow it down a little bit so that you're not always kicking that gimbal around. But you know, that's a trade-off, right? So you just need to understand that. And I mean, obviously you're getting amazing video quality with this thing. Now when somebody asked me the difference between this and the Air 3S, well, the Air 3S, you've still got that 1-inch sensor, but you're going to get fantastic performance with it as well, because it has a bigger, more robust gimbal on it that it can handle that. Obviously a mini drone, they're worried about weight, so they got to make this kind of a lightweight little guy, and it works quite well. Again, I'm just telling you, you're making a little bit of a trade-off to get that bigger sensor on the Mini 5 Pro, as opposed to the previous Mini 5s, say the Mini 4 Pro and the Mini 3 Pro. So anyway, I guess that's about it. I hope you enjoyed looking at the fall colors here, looking at the trees and so forth. I just had fun flying it. It was a great day to fly today, so just needed to get out and fly. And I know I fly at this park a lot. I hope you guys don't get tired of it. It's just a fun place to fly because there's so many cool things to look at here, especially this time of year. Anyway, enough jibber jabber, that's it. This is Marcus with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out, and if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Most of all, I appreciate that you took the time to watch this video today, and of course we will see you on the next one. The DJI Mini 5 Pro, pretty cool little drone.